have a question. Do you ever say something out loud and then think, oh, I shouldn't have said that, or was that right? I hate to admit how many times I've said that to myself. This is Claudia, and this is Take a Moment to Pause with Purpose. And this week, I'm going to be talking about something I think we all struggle with, which is trusting our own voice. I'm not talking about the version after the fact where we edit what we said. I'm talking about the version of us that speaks before fear gets a chance to have a vote. And that's something I definitely think we all deal with. We tend to go back and rethink what we said or want to take it back but it's already out there, so we can't do anything about it. And it's all about trusting our own voice. And for years, I thought I lacked confidence, but in reality, I was not trusting my voice. I was seeking the approval of other people. I needed to get validation, and it was exhausting, to say the least. And I've talked a lot in the last few episodes about, we're in a new season and we have to protect our peace and guard our new season and, become comfortable being misunderstood. And all of that is part of this. I think this is a natural progression of all of that. But because of all the changes I've talked about, because of all the transition and transformation I've been through, I'm taking a new approach to this podcast. I'm just talking. I'm just really just talking. I never had an agenda. It was always what God wanted me to say. And I've come to this place to trust Him and to trust the fact that I can do this without fear. And I'm not worried about what I say in this podcast because I'm trusting the Lord to speak through me. But it wasn't always like this. I wasn't always like this. And so I'm just here blazing a new trail right now, blazing a new way to do this, to just be comfortable. It's like I'm inviting you into my living room to just kind of chat with me and be with me and exchange ideas. And because here you have a voice and I have a voice. And I mean, did I ever think I was going to do a podcast? No, no. But I've discovered my voice over the years, and this is a forum for me to actually speak out and express my opinions, express how I feel, stand on what I believe in, and engage with you guys to join with me and have an adult conversation and speak our minds, speak what we're feeling, and speak from our actual voices. We're all different. We all express ourselves differently. And that's good. That's very good. But as I said, this has been a progression in life. I wasn't always like this. I wasn't always relaxed, but now I'm much more relaxed. And I think a lot has come through the transformation I've been through, the healing I've been through with the Lord. But I used to care too much about what people said and their approval. And it is daunting. And as I said, it is exhausting. And we use a lot of energy with that. But out of all of this has come a confidence that I can trust my voice. Because my voice has weight. Your voice has weight. Because it's your voice. And it's about coming into this position of strength, of confidence, of knowing that you have self-worth. And out of that is this confidence to express yourself in a way that is only you can do it. It hasn't been easy getting here. It's been a journey. And I think I've talked about this before, but when I was a kid, I used to get put in the dumb row in school if I got an answer wrong. And it doesn't take long to get whipped into shape to say, don't say anything because I don't want to be punished and I don't want to be in the dumb row. But that took hold and it really quenched my ability to speak, my ability to have my voice. It was stolen from me. And it has taken years and years of digging in with the Lord and enabling Him to heal me of that fear. And sometimes, things kind of like the little head kind of pokes out every once in a while. And if I'm going to speak, sometimes I get a knot in my stomach. Now, is that not because of fear? Is that intuition that is trying to exercise itself? Is it discernment that what I should say, what I shouldn't say? Or is it something that I just need to get comfortable with that voice deep within me, which is mostly the Holy Spirit, who's my friend and enables me to speak freely? But I have to be, and we have to be, wise enough to know when to say things and when not to say things, when to respond and when to react. I've gotten so much better at responding. But I have recognized that my voice has a unique quality to it, that because it's an expression of me. And I have come to fully embrace my own voice. And I gotta tell you, I kind of like it. Um, it's been challenging on many levels because I said I had a fear of man. I had a fear of what people would think and listening to other people's opinions and what they had to say. And it was such a mishmash. I didn't know if I was speaking their opinions, my opinions. But now, as I've been through this transition and transformation, I can stand in my own truth, my own values, and not be dissuaded by others. You want to have a dialogue? Let's do it. You want to speak and as adults, do it. And now I can kind of hold my own without like withdrawing in fear that they're going to disagree with me. I'm glad those days are behind me. I hope they're behind you too. But we're not supposed to fear people. We're just not. It's not what God intended. We're supposed to look up, trust the Lord, and be in a position of strength and confidence in the Lord, and He will give us the words to say if we seek Him. But each one of us is unique. Each one of us has a different way of expressing ourselves on the same matters. But we have to take the time to listen to each other and not be I'm going to say holier than thou. My opinion doesn't hold more weight than yours, and yours doesn't mine. So we shouldn't take this position of, I know more than you do. Boy, can that put people off. And we can get into arguments and disgusting stuff like that. So we have to come to an understanding that trusting our voice is being grounded in who we are. And that's where that confidence comes in. Now, something that I've had to grapple with for many years now, 16 years, and I'm just being open and honest, it's just who I am. I'm really relaxed into this new version of me in this podcast, and I'm just kind of chatting. I'm just chatting. I've mentioned in the past that I was in a major car accident 16 years ago now, and I suffered a traumatic brain injury. And I lost my cognitive skills, and I lost who I was. I couldn't even put a sentence together. I couldn't read. I couldn't write. I couldn't do anything. I still struggle with some fallout from it all. And one of the effects of the brain injury, as I learned, was I don't have a filter. So what I think comes out of my mouth. And is it appropriate? Maybe, maybe not. But I have to tell you, over these 16 years, as I've gotten help, I've been able to not quench, but discern and be more judicious in the way I speak. But one of the things that has happened because of the injury is I can go off on these rabbit trails, and if you've been with me for a while, you've seen me do it. And I don't care. It's like I have embraced this. I've embraced who I am, and I'm not going to apologize for it. It's part of who I am now. And was I like this before? No. I was I's dotted, T's crossed, make a point, move on, end of discussion. But I go off on these rabbit trails. But the thing is, I do come back. I do come back. And out of the rabbit trails comes a point, and it's often my brain is just cueing and jiggering and getting to the place where I need to vocalize what I'm thinking and what my voice is. And as I said, I've learned to accept this new me. Maybe others haven't, but hey, it is what it is. But that's part of my voice. That's part of my way of expressing myself. And as I said, I will not apologize for this. I used to beat myself at so much because of it, because I was embarrassed. I felt so humiliated if I went off on these rabbit trails. But now I just find the funny in them. I find the wisdom in them. Actually, there's so much wealth that comes out of these rabbit trails and these circuitous train of thought that I go on, that I'm good. I'm good. And I like to think of it as it adds color to me. It adds flavor to me in the way I express myself and who I am, which I'm good. I'm good. But it took me a long time to get here because I was so concerned about other people's approval and what they thought. But now, no, I trust my voice. I trust the voice that God has given me, and I trust the confidence that I have in my voice. And as I'm growing in this, as I hope you're growing in this too, I have a question, another question, a lot of questions. What would your life be like? What would my life be like if we voiced our voice, trusting our voice 10% more than we're doing now? What would life look like then? Imagine just 10% more. Having that much more confidence in what we have to say and trusting the way we say it. And not editing and not allowing fear to come in. I mean, we're beyond that now. You know, we can use that, discernment and filter to say, well, it's not appropriate. Maybe not. But then we say, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. I'm having fun. It's all good. Um, I'm always waiting on the Lord to see what he would want me to say. 'Cause it's it's a journey. It doesn't happen overnight to get to this place. Just good. But all of us have life experiences. We all have unique situations in our lives that we offer value. We offer experience. We offer points of view that other people don't have. The vantage point we get from experience is worthwhile. And that's where discussion comes in. That's where bouncing back and forth with other people and having dialogue means so much because it gives everybody a chance to voice their opinion with respect for the other person. With respect. And we have 2 ears and one mouth. So we should listen more than we speak. But when we do speak, it should be from this confident place that expresses our true selves from the depth of who we are. And in that, bear with me. This is a new form for me. Like I said, I'm just chatting. I'm trying to envision that you're right here in the room with me. And it's good. I think maybe I'm just waiting for a response. It's all good. Um, have the courage to stand up for what you believe in and trust your voice. Your voice is important. You're important. I'm important. Don't let anybody talk you out of expressing yourself and quenching who you are. I was at a seminar just the other day, and I had like one of those aha moments. We were doing an exercise on the muscles that we have, and there were different categories. There were 7 categories. Can't remember all of them, but it was like confidence was one, um, connection was another, um, time was another, relationships was another. And out of these 7, it's how we operate. And I had this revelation that we tend to compartmentalize ourselves into different facets of who we are. For example, I'm a podcaster, I'm an actress, I'm a woman, I'm a friend, I'm a sister, that kind of thing. So we tend to think like that person, that facet of us. But the revelation I got is when I was looking at how many strides I've made in each of these categories. I am one whole person with these different muscles that operate differently in different situations. And my voice will be different in each situation as I have the wisdom, the wherewithal to express myself for each appropriate circumstance. And that was a revelation for me because it's like, yeah, I am a whole person with one voice. And that voice can take on different flavors for each situation, but I will always be grounded and trust who I am within each situation. So think about that. Think about who you are as a total entity instead of splitting yourself up into different responsibilities that you have, different hats that you put on. But I don't know, this is coming to me. Rabbit trail. I once had a prophetic word for somebody, and there's sometimes the prophetic words just stick in my head. And I used the example of an egg. An egg has 3 parts. It has the shell, it has the white, and it has the yolk. And it helps me understand God as 3 persons, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. It's 3 persons, but one God. And we are different facets, but one person. So I have my outer shell that the world sees. I have more of my inner self, and then they have the yolk, the depth of me that hopefully will be the foundation for what I reveal to the world in the way I use my voice and trust who I am, because that yellow, that yolk is coming from the spirit within me and the growth that I've had to be able to voice who I am. So I encourage you to trust your voice. I encourage you to like, subscribe, and share, and that would help the dialogue back and forth. It would mean a lot. I do enjoy it, but I want it to grow. I want it to be more of a community that we're building here. So think about what area of your life have you not trusted yourself to voice your opinion, to use your voice. I leave you with that question for the week. So have a blessed week, everybody. Trust your voice. Bye.